Welcome to Freedomly Speaking Podcast with your host, Carletha Wells, where everything is spoken of from my heart to yours. To me, being a woman of God, seek God in the Spirit of God. What kind of fast is for you, that works for you? And ask God to help you through the power of His Holy Spirit to break those cycles, to break that, to change that DNA cycle of curses, where that you can be whole and free from those things, so that you won't go back into those relationships. And that takes a period of time. So that means for a time you need to be celibate. You need to seek God, so God can get you back on the right track, so you don't be going back and hopping and getting entangled in all of these relationships, because every person that you have slept with, you now have a part of their spirit in you. So then a lot of times you're wondering, why am I acting this way, or why I'm doing this? I don't understand why I'm doing this. And people thinking, something wrong with you. Is because it's not actually sometimes you, the person. It's those spirits that are in you that's acting up. And if you get married, they showed up at the altar too. And so they married Johnny too. You didn't just marry Johnny when you said I do. Those spirits said I do too, and they jumped in with Johnny and got in the bed and did everything else. And while things start acting up, because you didn't break the entanglements, the strongholds, the soul ties of your past relationships. You didn't break those. You jumped in bed with another person, and then you did it with a covenant. So guess what? Now some of those spirits is on him too, or on her too. So you have to be careful when you sleeping around, or you especially when you're single. And Lord, if you're doing it and you're married, oh my God, because God's a covenant God. And so you have to be careful, and go in through prayer and fasting to break those generational curses, cycles, and patterns. Because I know me, I was like, how did I end up like this? How did I end up with that kind of person? Why was I attracted to that? How did I end up in this relationship? I was like Tyler Perry movie, what was I thinking? Where was my mind? And I didn't understand that rejection and abandonment of my father played a lot in who I was attracting. And I was attracting clones of my father. Oh my God, abusive, verbal abuse, and not wanting to take care of the responsibilities. Not that they didn't have the money to do it. Is the fact that it was to control that narcissistic spirit. So I had to go in through a lot of prayer and fasting. I'm telling you, when it's generational, it takes a lot of prayer and fasting to break that. And therapy and talking to someone. Find you someone you can talk to that you can trust. Find you someone, you got to, because you got to release it. And another one thing you have to do also is forgive. You got to forgive, let go, and let God. You have to. And to me, that's when that grace comes in. When you have that forgiveness in you, that grace comes in. Even with you forgive yourself of you being in those kind of relationships, and you go like, that's lost time and all of that. Your mind starts tripping, and it causes you to go into a depression or anxiety. And you sometimes some women or men, I know with women, you have this fear of dating again, and it's all because that's anxiety. See, because you attracted the wrong kind, and you had this fear of I don't want to attract that kind again. But through prayer and fasting, you can break those things. You understand what I'm saying? You can break those cycles off of you, and then you can start attracting the people in your life, business people, not just intimate relationships, but you want your money right. You want to attract your finances right. You want the right business deals. You want the right home, the right car. You want things that grow, because God say everything that your hand touch is going to prosper. So you don't want bad things prospering, right? Because He said everything your hand touch is going to prosper. So if your hands is unclean, because you got unclean spirits in you, them past people, you don't want that on your good stuff, and it mess up, what could have been something good. Because how you go I thought this was something good, and then something bad. It's because a lot of times it's because you didn't go in and break those cycles of what was happening with you in the past and in your lineage. I'm talking about generations back. You understand what I'm saying? Thanks for tuning in to Freedomly Speaking Podcast with your host, Carletha Wells. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking that button so you can get that notification when I post new videos.